What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the Adidas Adilette 22 slide in this aluminum or gray colorway. Slides just like this have been all the rage lately, headlined by of course the Adidas Yeezy slides, which have been just as popular today as they were when they first debuted. And with no signs of slowing down, Adidas is dropping this all-new Adilette 22 slide to much anticipation and much controversy in the sneaker community. So if you haven't heard by now, Kanye West took exception to the design of this slide and he posted on his Instagram, which has now been deleted, but basically he was calling out Adidas and he called out their CEO directly, essentially accusing them of plagiarizing the design of his Yeezy slides. So this is very interesting considering that Yeezy slides also come from Adidas as well, but this isn't the first time that Adidas has basically ripped off or imitated a Yeezy design and released a more general release version, but I guess to Kanye, these slides were the final straw. So this colorway is officially called the aluminum colorway on the box, but it's more commonly known as or referred to as the gray colorway. So these I believe are retailing for a price of $55 US, which should be 70 Canadian dollars, and the product code for this shoe is GX6950. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box, and as you can see, this comes in your typical Adidas original style box. It's done in this blue cardboard finish with the Adidas 3 stripes and the white colored trefoil logo too. As for the design behind these slides, according to Adidas's website, so this is a futuristic design inspired by 3D topography and human expeditions to Mars, and it basically imagines what a slide would look like if it was worn in space. So my first impression is that this is extremely lightweight. These are constructed out of EVA foam, but 25% of it contains plant-based content derived from sugarcane. So as you can see, this entire slide almost has like a pixelated look to it, which is why I'm kind of surprised Kanye West thought that this is a pure imitation or ripoff of his Yeezy slide. The Yeezys in contrast are very smooth, they're much rounder all over, and they're also chunkier as well. Whereas these ones are more jagged, there's just much more of a busier design on these. So honestly, I don't really see the comparisons. So the part that wraps around the top of your foot, you can see there's these ridges all across, which makes it almost look like rock formations. And then on the side here, this looks like it's taken from a map and it has this almost layered-like design to it. You can see that same sort of design surrounding the edge of the front as well. And unlike the Yeezy slides, the opening of these Adilette 22s, I felt like they were wider in comparison, whereas the Yeezy slides kind of converge inwards a little bit, which makes it a little bit more snug for wide footers. These slides are also very minimalistic in terms of branding. Printed on the lateral side of the midsole, we have a very small Adidas trefoil logo, and then it reads here, the brand with the 3 stripes. And then aside from that, we have the trefoil logo, which is debossed on the heel as well. But that's pretty much it in terms of branding. And if you didn't know this pair was specifically Adidas, you probably wouldn't be able to tell even if you were looking at someone wearing these. The footbed of these slides is also very textured, so it almost has this vertical sort of design running throughout, and also contours your feet very well. So on the heel, it sinks a little bit, and then it raises up around the midfoot area, which gives you a ton of arch support. And then turning these over to the bottom, you'll see here that the traction pattern looks very organic. It almost looks like it's inspired by the textures of the ground, and has this sort of uneven, bumpy finish to it, and a very fine horizontal texture which runs from heel to toe. For those wondering about sizing, so unlike the Yeezy slides where I normally go up one size, these in contrast fit much more true to size. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me absolutely perfectly. Even though my feet are a little bit wider, there was no problems at all sticking true to size with these. Whereas for the Yeezy slides, I prefer to go up to a size 11. It feels much better for the width of my feet, especially if I'm going to be wearing socks with them. So again, no problems, just stick with your actual measured foot size for these ones and you'll feel fine. In terms of the comfort, so all in all, these are pretty comfortable. As I mentioned earlier, it feels very lightweight, so you can hardly even tell that's on your feet. And in terms of the underfoot cushioning, while it's decent, I feel like it's definitely not as cushioned as the Yeezy slides. So for the Yeezys, it really feels like there's a ton of cushioning underfoot, almost like you're stepping on a mattress sort of. Whereas these ones give you a lot more ground feel, you feel much more stable and supported. And while there still is that level of cushioning underfoot, it's definitely closer to the average to a little bit more on the firmer side, which actually is kind of a good thing, especially if you're going to be wearing these for many hours. Being a little bit more firm and having a little bit more support could do wonders for your feet. But I feel like based on how this footbed is done, certain areas feel softer, for example, this heel area where it sinks in, whereas on the midfoot area it feels firmer and it supports your arches, so that's something I really liked. So let me toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. As I mentioned earlier, I personally don't see these as a rip-off of the Yeezy slides. I think the design in itself is quite different, and especially the way they feel on feet, that's definitely different too. But as they say, there's no such thing as bad publicity, so I'm sure Kanye West's rant just brought more attention to this pair, which will probably make these that much harder to grab for retail. So assuming these will be very hard to get, would I pay over retail to grab a pair of these? Probably not. While I do find them comfortable on feet, I don't think there's anything really too remarkable or too special about these, and I'd say that they're pretty comparable with other slides I've worn throughout my life in the past. But because there is a ton of hype surrounding these slides, I would not be surprised at all if Adidas decides to flood the marketplace with a ton of different colorways, which could be good for us for those that want to grab these for retail. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Adidas Adilette 22 slide in this aluminum or gray colorway. What are your overall thoughts on the design of these slides? And are these something you're interested in picking up and trying for yourself? Or are you not a big fan of the design at all? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.